The most important lesson I've learned in the past week would have to be the ability to adapt and stay patient. As we know, there are so many things changing around us, not only outside of our bubble here in Miss Universe Philippines, but also just in our nation. And especially during all of the activities where we have sponsor shoots, we don't know our time calls or call times and all of the scheduling that we have to do. It's important for us women to be able to adapt to whatever is thrown at us, and also to be able to be patient and know that everything is happening for a reason.
The most important lesson that I've learned in the past week is that I am capable. I think my whole life I've dreamt of being a beauty queen, and I never fully believed it was possible until this week. And I'm so proud. I got to do it.
I think it's embracing the moment. Really enjoying the moment for what it is, like a song. I think I met so many people the past week that I really treasure. And I think that, of course, it's my dream, the Miss Universe crown, but I also just embrace the moment, and that's one of the best parts.
The most important lesson that I've learned in the past week is to always be ready, to always be prepared with what happens in your life. Because I do think that there may be so many struggles in our lives, but it only takes us to stand back up, to be the person that we've always wanted to be, to believe in ourselves, and to always be ready for what is to come. Thank you.
The most important lesson I've learned from the past week is, for me, the importance of compassion. You have to be passionate about the things that you want in life. And being part of Miss Universe Philippines, I realized that this is the thing that I'm really passionate about, and I want to be that bridge to connect to the people.
In my own eyes, I think that's the most important, to be beautiful when you look at yourself in the mirror. And that's why I have learned the importance of self-love. And through self-love, I have learned to embrace every part of me, good or bad. And that is what I have learned is the most important thing.
I think in God's eyes. Actually, I know in God's eyes, because I have always been very close with my God. And since I was a kid, I understand, and even throughout my life, I've always believed that God is the only person who is able to judge us, and He's the only person who is able to criticize or help us and guide us. So it would be in God's eyes that I am beautiful.
In my own eyes, I always make sure that every day when I go out, when I'm doing my own makeup, that my standard of beauty is myself. We all have our preferences on what's beautiful, but I think that I am beautiful because I am me. And I think if I could show a girl that she can feel like that as well, that's something that I would be proud of for the rest of my life.
I'm most beautiful in my own eyes. I think I see myself in the mirror now with confidence, and I see myself with grace, and I carry myself in the most beautiful way, and I've never seen myself this way before.
I think I am most beautiful in my own eyes because only I get to see the fullness of Ayin Bernos. You know, my lows, my highs, and I think through it all, I've really proven to myself that I own my beauty, and I've learned to embrace that kind of beauty. And I think I can say to myself that I am beautiful.
Absolutely. I think when I was 17 years old, I have made so many mistakes in my life. Just thinking about them right now makes me nervous. But I think all those mistakes, like not trusting myself enough to love someone, all those mistakes will make me take more risks in the future and now. Which is why I always take more risks now, because I used not to.
Okay. For me, there will always be challenges in our life. For me, I advise them to keep trying and trying until they succeed in life. But I will never suggest to keep repeating that mistake, but for them to learn from the past, learn from that mistake, and for them to move on and be better.
I would not advise them to make mistakes, but if they were to make mistakes, I would tell them that it's completely okay, because our mistakes is how we grow as a person, and we should take lessons from each of those mistakes in order for us to grow into better people.
Probably not the same mistakes, but yes, keep making mistakes, because throughout life, each time we take a risk, take a chance, that's where we grow the most. And I can really say that I've done that many, many times. I've learned from my past mistakes, but I keep making more, because through those I have grown as a person and I can keep getting better.
I think it is okay to make mistakes, 2 mistakes or 3, but when you keep repeating them, it is no longer a mistake, it is a choice. So I do think that we should not keep making mistakes, we should learn from them, because when we learn from our mistakes, I do not think that we should be able to do it again, because we have learned the lesson, and once we do, we become better individuals.
For me, I would go with the poverty. My heart really goes for these people, and my heart screams for them. For me, we should go with hand in hand. Poverty should go with education. For me, education is the key or the gateway to the universe, and for us to have a better future.
I would choose to eliminate corruption in our government, because in that way we are able to uplift the poor. We are able to see what we can do for the marginalized sectors in our society. And once we do that, we are able to have leaders who can make a better world, who can make a better society for everyone. And I think that is one of the ways that we become a better world, and we have something to look forward to. We become a beautiful nation.
I would choose A, to diminish poverty and homelessness. Having experienced it myself, I know how much it can affect a person. And I think that if we do our best to eliminate poverty, or to at least help alleviate the homeless, that these people can be integrated back into society, and these people can turn into someone who can bring positive joy and positive light into the world, and also to be able to create change that we need right now.
I would choose a government without corruption, because if we don't have corruption, we would also not see the poverty. We would see a government that takes care of its people. We would see a government who prioritize the safety, the healthcare, and then of course our environment, which is all very important.
I would definitely choose the second, a government with no graft and corruption, because they can touch on both of the issues mentioned. They can help the environment by allocating enough funds, and they can also help the people by being fair and being just.
I think it's a rosary because that's what my mother gave me when I went into the pageant. My mother was nervous about me coming into a pageant because she thinks that I always need her, but I always do need her. But I also have the strength that wherever I go, I can do my best because the rosary is with me. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. It's done now.
I would probably send them a really good foundation shade. Like, I keep thinking about that, and one of the things that really empowered me throughout this journey was discovering my own beauty. When I was growing up, I didn't know what products were perfect for me and my skin color, and finding out the perfect shade foundation, if I could do that, individually to all Filipinas, I think it'll make a really big difference.
I chose my curler for, I do think that it has been most essential in my journey, and I felt really beautiful. I felt like a mermaid wearing my curls, and I do think that if I send it to every Filipina out there, they would feel beautiful. They would be confident in themselves, because once you become confident in you, you treat people better. You become happier as an individual, and you become someone you've always wanted to be, and that is someone I am now. I am phenomenal.
I would say to go with a motivational card or a motivational book with some quotes, because I think we all need a little bit of positivity every day, and it will definitely help us get through the worst times.
Inspire them, okay? For me, being a quindera, I've been selling tons of clothes. And for me, with clothes, I feel like a princess. And I want that people, like the ladies out there, women, to be empowered through wearing a beautiful dress for them to walk on stage and be confident in themselves.
Kick.